Hello and welcome back. If this is your first time here, I am jewelry designer Jill Maurer. I talk a lot about jewelry on this channel, but I also talk about handbags, luxury handbags in particular. And today I'm doing a review of the Marcie bag. This is the Chloé Marcie bag in what they call the size mini. I recently purchased this bag from Fashionphile. I unboxed it at the same time I unboxed my Bottega Veneta bag. And I will put that video up here and down below so that if you want to see the unboxing of this bag, you'll be able to do that there. Today what I plan to do is I will walk you through the bag inside and out. I will compare it in size with some other bags you may be more familiar with. I'll let you know some pieces you may already have that will not fit in this bag, and I will show you how I have this bag filled right now, what I have in it, and you might be surprised by how much I can get in it. Also, I will give you some mod shots of the bag so you can get an idea of scale. So let's start with a 360. Here is the front of the bag, and as you can see there's this little Chloe written there, but it's not a huge logo. That's the front. Here's the side. Here's the back of the bag. Here's the other side, the bottom, and one of the things I like about this is that this strap is going all the way down and around. And as you can see, this leather is pretty supple. So I think that this strap will help with wear and tear over time. And then here is the top of the bag. I also want to show you the way that the bag clasps. Here it is from the side. This is a D-ring here. And what happens is to open it, you just let it come open and this one comes out from underneath. So this may be kind of the best way to show you. Here is the D-ring here on this top strap, and it just hangs there so that, I mean, you can just let this hang if you want to. But if you would like for it to be more secure, you put this, it's hard to do with one hand and I can't put it on my lap or you won't be able to see it, but you put that through there and then pull it, and that's how it shuts. A lot of times when I'm walking around, I just let the bag flap just close. It's not as secure that way, but it isn't a bag that locks. It also has these two things on the end, these little end caps here, and they do have brass on them. They don't have a logo in or anything on the bottom, but they do feel very nice. They feel very rich and elegant. The bag also has this long strap. I currently have it set on its very longest setting, and the buckle does say Chloe right there, and I might be able to show you that. All right, hopefully you're able to see that. There's a close-up of the front of the bag as well, to show you a little more of the stitching and these. So they're very nice. I'm not sure what Chloe calls this color. It is a pink, but it's a soft grayish pink. For me and my lifestyle and my wardrobe, this is a neutral in the summer months, in the spring and summer months. I don't know if you noticed, but I'm pretty much pink. It's almost a nude for me. But a lot of those more subtle pinks are that way for me. The bag does come in a lot of different colors as well. This is what Chloe calls the mini, I'm pretty sure. What I did discover is when I looked online, at least on the secondhand market, on the pre-loved market, the same bag could be called, with the same dimensions, could sometimes be called a mini or a small. There is a small also, but there is some confusion out there over the sizing and which is which. I had been in one store that had one of these bags, and the one that I had tried on was the small. I had not seen the mini in person before I purchased it, and I'm just going to measure this in front of you. I will also give you the measurements that that they have online, but this bag, if I measure right there, is about 7 inches across. From top to bottom, it's kind of almost 6 inches, about 6 inches or so. It is, however, pretty deep this way for this size of bag. And I'm measuring it as about 3 inches wide, although it gets a little wider maybe. Yeah, I'd say 3.5 inches wide. The strap drop on the longest setting is pretty long. It's about 25 inches. So that's a long strap drop, and you do have the option of shortening it quite a bit. So let's take a look at how it looks on the body. For reference, I am 5 feet 7 inches tall. Here's the bag on me. And again, I have it set at the longest setting. I like it that way for crossbody. Some people might like it to be a little shorter, and certainly if you want to wear it as a shoulder bag, it can go shorter and do that as well. It's too long the way I have it set now, but you could do that. There's an idea of how it looks on the body. It's very, very comfortable, hands-free, so it's a great mom bag if nobody's in diapers, but you have your hands free. And then it's just a great, for me, I've been using it mostly as a weekend out and about type of bag. To give you an even better idea of size, or maybe compared to something you may have, here is my Chanel Walk. And mine is a golden clasp, but it is, it's the same size, I'm pretty sure, as almost any other walk. It may be a little deeper, but I don't think so. So here they are together. They're about the same width and not far off in height either, but here's where the difference comes in. They're very, very different in depth. So there you go with the sizes. And here it is compared with the Chanel Medium Large. As you can see, the Medium Large is a much bigger bag. They're about the same depth. It's about the same depth though as this bag. So that gives you an idea of about how big this bag is. Now I want to show you some things that you're not going to get into this bag. One is a full-size wallet. This is my Louis Vuitton Zippy. I don't know if you can see that. It's really not going to go in there. There's a width where it looks like it possibly could. Maybe after I empty this I'll try it, but I don't think so. I don't think you'll get it shut because this gets rounded. I really don't think this is going to work. And then another thing that really isn't going to work is your Louis Vuitton sunglass case. It's just not going to work. I will tell you I do have sunglasses in here though. So I did find a way to put sunglasses in here. But it isn't like this. Smallest Louis Vuitton toiletry, the Toiletry 15, not gonna work. I mean, it's just not gonna work. And then this is the thing that I thought might have worked, this mini pochette. And I tried it and I'm pretty sure I could get it in there, but it wasn't worth it. You kind of had to squeeze it in there and rub it pretty hard. It's not a good fit. Again, when I empty this, I'll sort of try a couple of things. I think even though you can get this in here, it's not practical and it's not worth it to go in here. So let's take a look at what I have inside this bag. All right, for starters, I do have my lip gloss and my lipstick sitting on top of this bag. I don't have any kind of makeup bag in here, but I felt pretty confident with these inside. What I do is I tend to use a lipstick and a gloss that I know won't open. You know, we all have that lipstick that has a bit of an attitude and will open in our purse. That's not the one I put in here. I make sure to have one that stays closed. I also have my keys. This is my Louis Vuitton Clay, and it's full of keys at the moment. And here is the thing that I was telling you about. These are the sunglasses I have, and I will show them to you because I know they're a little unusual. I just got these on Amazon, so I'll just show you how these work. It's a pretty little case. It closes like that. There's a little cloth inside, and then when you take out the sunglasses, they're very compact, and you just open them like this, like this, like this, and that's it. That's the sunglasses that I can put in there. If I don't want to carry these sunglasses and I really want to carry my normal sunglasses, I just either put them in my t-shirt or keep them on top of my head. My car even has a thing where I can put them in if I just want to have them when I'm driving. But I wanted a solution for this because I did think of this as a summer bag that I could know that I could carry sunglasses, and that was the answer. I'll link those sunglasses in the description below, so if that's something you're interested. I know Wayfair also, I've seen Wayfairs that fold like that, but there are different sunglasses that fold. And what else do we have in here? We have my iPhone 8 Plus, fits in there just fine. And then this is and also jumps onto the floor just fine. Okay, and then this is my Louis Vuitton Zippy, and that is what I have been carrying in here. If you want to have even more room, then you can use a card case, of course. If I had slimmed down to a card case, that would give me room to carry even more. And it wouldn't give me room to carry a bigger makeup case, but maybe just a smaller one it would be. So let me show you some of these things that we talked about trying to put in the bag. Here's this wallet, making a liar out of me. It will go in there. It doesn't, what happens is it's sort of floating right here. It's not at the bottom. It will go in, it's just not very practical. All right, let's check out the sunglasses. It doesn't really go in. I'd have to really push it in there. This would be a terrible idea to put these in. And then let's try this mini pochette. Now it is empty. This mini pochette is empty right now. It goes in, and that time it went in, it actually did go in without like rubbing or scratching against anything, but it's empty and it's taking up most of the bag. For me, it isn't worth it. It isn't worth it to put that in, but you can get it in there. Now let's talk about the pros and cons of this bag. The pros, I would say, one is that I like that it doesn't have a lot of logos. I'm not a logo person. For me, I like this color. It does come in a variety of colors. I like that the strap is thick and it is very comfortable to wear crossbody. It opens and closes easily. If I don't do this strap, then it opens and closes easily. And if it's closed, it's easy to open. It's just a little more effort to properly close it if that's what you want to do. I think this is a reasonably timeless bag. This style of bag, this sort of little saddle bag, has been carried for a long time. I don't think it will go out of style anytime soon. It's something that I will be able to wear. It's understated, which is something that I like. The other thing that's a pro about this bag, and in particular in this size, is that it has a good price, especially on the secondary market. On the pre-loved market, you can find a lot of these and they're a reasonably good price. My guess is that the reason for that is that a lot of people get this bag and find that it's too small for them and want to go from the mini to the small. And I will say that if I had the choice between the mini and the small in a color that I liked, I might have gone with the small. You know, if the prices were even too, which of course they're never going to be. You do pay a real premium for going to the small on the secondary market. But if this is the size that you like, the price on these on the secondary market is very good. As far as the cons, the only con I can say is the size. So that's just a personal choice. It would be, if this is too small for you and you're going to have to switch into another wallet, is that going to be a pain for you? The other con potentially is that it's not super secure, but it's not super open either. It's not like a bucket bag or something that is just open. It's reasonably secure. And if you did want to carry a bag like this in the winter, you could put it on crossbody and put your coat over it, and that would make it very secure. It isn't going to be quite as easy. I do that a lot with my walk, and because it goes right against the body, so it's pretty easy to do that with. The width of this makes that a little more difficult, but in some coats it would be fine, and in other coats it might not work as well. I would love to hear what you think about this bag. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Do you like this size, or is there another size that you like better? I'd love to hear from you. If you like this video, please like it and share it. Please also do subscribe. I'm uploading videos every single day for the year 2019, and I would love to see you here again. Until tomorrow.